All right, so right here I'm standing on Wiley Brown looking at Pace Road at the stop sign. This little cutoff that you see on the map is actually a driveway that goes from Wiley Brown to Pace for the house right here across the street. No culverts up here, and drainage runs. There's like a modest drainage ditch that goes down this side of the road. And it's not adequate. All the water runs down this side of the road. You can even see, if I walked up there, where the road's still wet from all the rain. This is where lot 5 starts, just up from the stop sign, and goes down. So I'm standing at the pinnacle of this hill. It even goes down on the other side of the road here. So lot 6, I guess this is a little bit higher than your lot. It slopes down to the right. So if you walk up along this property line into the woods, the ground is, a little soft yet because of the rain, but it's not too bad. But what you get is you got this hillside that comes down from 6 and about 150 feet or so in, and probably 100 feet, like 150 feet down from the road, and about 150 feet off of lot 6, you start seeing this low spot right here, and you can see where the water comes through here fast enough to create bare spots where it's forceful enough to push away leaves, and it comes from, kind of funnels into right here, and you can follow it like a trail all the way down to basically it kind of funnels in right there, and this is to the left of the pond. The pond is on the other side of that down tree, like in the towards the base of it. But all this funnels in, and I'll show you more of that in a second. But you can see where it also runs down over here. Anyway, I guess enough water hits this hillside and it starts creating erosion. You can see my truck through the trees right there. And this is where the erosion starts, which is basically where I am. It's not severe by any stretch of the imagination. And then I'm walking walking north right now. A bunch of briars and stuff in here. So this low spot in here is basically the bend that you see in Wiley Brown Road. And right now, I guess I'll just go up here and start at the top. There's some trash, and somebody's been throwing bricks and all kinds of stuff in there to try to keep the erosion back over the years. So on this side of the road, to me it seems like a nice sized drainage ditch needs to be dug over here along the left side of the road, just to keep it from just to help with drainage and keep it from going across the road. The road slants this way here, so I'm guessing all that erosion that we just looked at comes from the hill on lot 6, not from this side of the road. But here this neighbor, the second neighbor up the road, you can see where this culvert is completely blocked. There's no drainage ditch to speak of anymore, where erosion has, see, there's the top of the culvert on this side of their driveway, and it goes to a culvert right here that shoots across the road into this big pile of bricks and all kinds of stuff that people have been throwing over here. Anyway, the bricks help keep the water from creating what I'm about to show you, which is further down is a huge rut. So there's the bricks right here. It starts to cut into the ground. To me, you can cut these trees down or pull them out of the ground with a backhoe. There's a little bit of sitting water here, but here it cuts over that way and then comes back around, and you can probably completely divert that altogether and just cut a ditch straight through here. You get erosion on this side, but most of the water, if there's lingering water, follows this little path right here. There's just, it's just a little lingering water here. But you get 100 feet down, and then you get into this, where it starts to cut this trench, and to me, like a good 2 foot, or maybe a 3 foot diameter, 2 foot or 3 foot diameter culvert. Piping could be put in here and then covered up. And then you can bring in fill dirt or whatever. You can bring in sandy soil. You can bring in any kind of soil you want that would be better for yards. You could even push around stuff all over this hillside here. Oh, the pond's definitely bigger. It's not bigger by much because it has a spillway. So you guys would own about half of this pond. I know for sure there's frogs, but this looks like a very healthy pond where you could put all kinds of fish, and fish help keep the bugs down. And the dam goes across there, and then when the water rises too high, it spills over this flat spot and then starts cutting a new ditch down this way. The first bit of erosion I showed you funnels in right here. And it just, even after all the rains, this is washed out, and it's damp, but the ground's already pretty hard here. There's a lot of down trees down here. Probably just need to make a big burn pile down here at the bottom of the hill and just start taking all this crap. I've got a bobcat with a grapple. You can just cut it and move it and throw it on a burn pile. And you've got several down trees down here, but this is where the ravine starts essentially, and then cuts across over to lot 19 and along lot 4, I guess it is, which 4 is up here on they've got a hill covered in grass where everything's been completely cleared out. But that hill there, I think, is lot 6, and it rises up to Pace Road that way. But you can see where you have two hills that just kind of come together here. And that's at the bottom of where the best place to put the house is. I'm guessing. You can probably move it to the right or the left, especially if you build a culvert, but you're going to want to build a basement. I wouldn't forego building a basement. It's just nice to have a basement around here with the storms that we have. Maybe an extra fortified one since you're starting from the ground up. Anyway, that's it. You've got on the other side of the pond, if you can see where the two hills over here meet. If you put a culvert in there, I think you could probably bring in tons of dirt. It wouldn't be super cheap, but I think you could bring in a lot of dirt to completely flatten this area and manage that area. And then there's two hills on this side that meet. So it's kind of like three humps. Only the one that goes down to the pond is more pronounced, whereas this one over here is much more gradual and obviously doesn't have a big ravine running through it until you get down to, almost as far back as the pond. Anyway, that's it. I got to get to work. You guys have a good day.